Hello all, welcome to Nomam YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be setting up Azure Cosmos DB account for MongoDB and checking the connections and everything with Python. Azure Cosmos DB is a globally distributed database which offers multiple APIs including MongoDB, Cassandra and all the NoSQL databases. This video will be a step-by-step guide for setting up Azure Cosmos DB account and checking the functionality using Python. So without any delay, let's get started. As usual, we'll start with logging in Azure portal. I have already logged in portal. So here I'll search for NoSQL, or you can search for Cosmos DB as well. So Azure Cosmos DB. I'll click here, create Azure Cosmos DB account. Here these are the options which are available: Azure Cosmos DB for NoSQL, MongoDB, Apache Cassandra, DB for table, like that lot of options are there. So for now to this demo I'll be going with Azure Cosmos DB for MongoDB. I'll click on create. So here you need to select your subscription and then resource group. If you have any resource group you can select. If you don't have, you can create by using create new button. Here account name, you need to provide unique name for your Cosmos DB. I'll provide KM Cosmos DB. It is checking availability. Yes, it is available. Then you can select the region. So other than this, I am going with all the default option. Next important thing is global distribution. So here if you want your database to be geo redundant and it has to be in multiple zones, then you can enable these two options. As it is a demo, I am not enabling these because it will incur much more bill. So as it is demo, I am going with the default option. I will click on review and create. It is checking the validation. So validation is success. I will click on create. It will take 2 to 5 minutes of time to bring up everything. I'll just pause here, and when the deployment is ready, I'll resume from there. As you can see, the deployment is completed. Now we'll click on go to resource. Here we'll get all the resource details. So where we are interested is, so we need to choose a platform here to interact with our DB which we have created. So as we already mentioned, I'll go to Python. If you see here, we have the download and run your Python app. So it will give you the sample app where you can configure all these Cosmos DB, contain the MongoDB connections, everything we can do it. So what I'll do, I'll click on this download. So the file get downloaded. I'll go to my downloads folder. This is the file which just downloaded. I'll extract it. It is extracted. I'll open this from Visual Studio. It is taking a while. Now if we see the run.py, this is the actual file where all the information will be there. In this we need to pass the connection string. Where we'll get the connection string? Here. So the primary connection string. I'll copy this I'll go to VS Code again. Instead of this, I'll provide connection string directly, and also if you want to change the DB name which is coming by default, you can do that as well. So I'll change my DB name to NoMem YouTube database. That's it, no other change. So what I'll do, I'll just run this Python file, py run.py. When I enter, it is started getting executed. You may get errors, something like PyMongo is not available in your machine. So in that time, you can get it by using pip install, pip install PyMongo. Then you will not get into any of the errors. So as you can see, it is created the document and updated with the sample details and all. So what we'll do, we'll check these details from the Azure portal. So again, I'm going back to Azure portal. Here if you see, there is an option called Data Explorer. I'll click on here. So welcome to Cosmos DB. I'll just close this. If you see the data, NoMem YouTube database which we have created, and it is coming with sample collections and unshared sample collection documents which are by default. You can explore more into it. And that is how you'll set up MongoDB using Azure Cosmos DB. In this video, we have demonstrated the basic things to set up MongoDB and checking the functionality using Python. If you are looking for a globally distributed databases like which are geo-redundant, more available thing, you can go with Azure Cosmos DB, which is very great. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to NoMem YouTube channel for more tutorials on Azure, AWS and all other technologies. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next.